Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I thought I'd do something special. I saw an opportunity to jump on a story, and this is a big one. And I'd previously done a video here about working at Gamestop, what everything was like there, how it's a bad place to work now, and one of the things that I talked about during that video was that there was always rumors of GameStop changing their PowerUp Rewards benefit program. And it's been a rumor for the last year, you know, with Amazon and Best Buy offering their own percentage discounts on new games, that GameStop would offer up some sort of thing to combat that program. Well, it was leaked today that they are in fact putting out a new program, a higher tier of the PowerUp Rewards card that is set to combat that. And of course, as you would expect, it's bad and it's a half-assed attempt and it probably isn't going to work for them. So anyways, let's dive in. So I'm going to throw up this image a lot in this video as I talk about this, because this new program is called the Elite Pro. So it is, instead of the PowerUp Rewards Card Pro, it is the Elite Pro card. It is $30 a year. So I believe, it doesn't say, you know, I got to look again and double check, but it is $29.99 a year. So, and you already, so here's checkbox number one. Gamers Club Unlocked for Best Buy is a card that is $29.99 for 2 years, and you get 20% off new games. That's any new game. It also is any new game you buy, regardless of pre-ordering it. It's anytime you buy the game, you're gonna get that discount. Here, and here's the big stipulation with this, it gives you 20% off pre-owned software and accessories. So instead of what you're currently getting with the card is an extra 10%, it is now 20%. That's it. That is the difference here. You're not saving anything on new games. If you have this card, you're getting 30 points for every dollar spent. If you have a active pro membership, which is $15 a year, that gives you, and it's double points. Now it's triple points if you have an elite card. But again, the point system doesn't matter. You have to understand that like 1,000 points is equal to $1. You have to spend at least $100 to $150 just to make about $5 back. It's a really backwards and bad program, and I think the people that are tricked into doing the PowerUp Rewards card just don't understand that the points don't really equal out to what they should, and that's a major problem with it here. So just for comparison, as I'm comparing these two programs, you know, if you pay $29.99 for the Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked card. It costs $29.90 for 2 years. That's 2 years, not one. You get 20% off all new physical games and software. You get 10% bonus trade-in credit on games and software. You get 2 times the Best Buy rewards points. So that's kind of similar to the basic pro membership at GameStop. You also get a special one-time use welcome coupon. I'm not sure what that is because I don't actually actively have a Gamers Club Unlocked card, so I don't know. And there's obviously exclusive offers. Now I've talked to people that do have the card. A lot of times they say you get a bunch of coupons and like money off of different games that you reserve and stuff. So again, just a better program. And once again, GameStop is just proving that they're trying to do things their way and not the consumer-friendly way, and that's the problem that's going to be their inevitable downfall in the video game retail market, thanks to companies like Amazon and Best Buy, and they're going to really be killed this fall on this Elite Pro thing. And I feel a lot of people are going to get tricked into it when they go to GameStop, and GameStop employees tell them, you know, well, we have this Elite program and it's so much better, but in reality it really isn't that much better. You're saving an extra 10% on what? Pre-owned games? Yes, pre-owned games make a lot of money at GameStop, and there are people that do purchase and keep pre-owned games, but in the last couple months that I was working there, most people were buying and purchasing pre-owned video games and just abusing the 7-day return policy and returning these games and getting their money back. And that's a big problem with GameStop that they need to address and fix, and they just don't do it. And they're losing money left and right on that practice. All they'd have to do, honestly, is change that policy from 7 days to 3 days. I think any average consumer can decide it within 3 days of getting a game if they like it or they dislike it. Now, according to this document that was leaked, of course, on the internet, this program is scheduled to start rolling out on September 13th, so that's pretty soon. Right now, they have their big GameStop Expo / Managers Conference in Las Vegas this year, so I'm sure this is something that's being discussed in their big kind of E3-like program that's going on right now. But this was a confidential email that, of course, was leaked on the internet to probably Kotaku, and I actually saw this post by Cheap Ass Gamer, so it's out there. The information's out in the wild, and I thought I'd make a video just talking about, and once again, like, there's things that that company needs to change if they want to get with the times, and they're just not doing it. This is a bad decision. And again, you're getting an extra 10% on pre-owned games. The problem is a lot of kids just buy and return those games, and GameStop's not making the money off of that. Now, again, I will always bring up the argument of the reason Best Buy and Amazon can afford to do the 20% off new retail games is because they sell other products that make them more money, and they can recoup that cost. Whereas GameStop can't do that because they're not selling televisions, they're not selling refrigerators, they're not selling big, home theater setups. That's not what GameStop is doing. They're simply selling video games and some apparel, merchandise, and like collectible items. So they can't do that, and I understand that. Well, yes, this looks like a win for anybody that works at GameStop right now, and that's how they're gonna swing it to your average consumer. It really isn't. It's a backwards program that just once again shows that they go against consumers. And as someone who worked there for 4 years and drank the Kool-Aid as it is, I can tell you, this is a bad program. I'm not gonna be doing it. I was actually in my local store that I used to work at today because I was actually, in reality, canceling my Destiny pre-order because I decided to just buy the game digitally, because it's a game I'm never going to get rid of, and I just don't want to put the disc in for that game. There's like, again, there are some games that, like, obviously I'm a physical media guy, I like having physical copies of games, but this is one where I can justify, like, I should just get it digitally. And I was reminded while I was doing it, I was like, he was telling me, oh, your card, is up in a month or whatever, and I just told him, like, honestly, man, I got 2 things reserved here, and they're both systems, and once that's done, like, I'm not buying any games here. Why would I pay money for this card that I'm probably not going to use anymore? So it just isn't worth it. I've looked into the Gamers Club Unlocked for Best Buy, and it's a good program and it's a good deal, and I understand the people that really like it, really like the Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked card. It's cool. Personally, for me, like, I just don't want to walk into a Best Buy. I would prefer just games be shipped to me now, and I don't have to deal with any kind of bullshit or nonsense anymore. And that's why I chose Amazon. And like, obviously, I was buying a lot of games when they come out day one and pre-ordering them anyway, so I get the 20% discount, and that's fine and good with me. Maybe down the road I might look into the Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked program and everything, but right now it just doesn't, it's not a good fit for where I am right now. But I understand a lot of you out there really enjoy the Gamers Club Unlocked. A couple other things that you get as I'm reading them in this email here. You get a collectibles welcome offer, not sure what that is. You get $50 in exclusive monthly offers. They've already been doing this with the Pro membership, so they're just extending that over to this one. You get free 2-day shipping. Now that's actually nice for anybody that uses GameStop.com a lot, but there's a big problem with GameStop.com, and that is it sucks. It's really bad. And finally, basically anything that members that have the Pro card, they automatically get those when they have an Elite card. I'll explain really quickly. The reason I think GameStop.com sucks is, was it last fall? No, this was 2 years ago. I had the opportunity when they first started, taking in retro games and stuff, and their retro program is good because a lot of stores are just starting to sell those products in store now, and the people that are out there that know how to tell fakes from real things do a good job, and they stock that stuff, and they can make that profit right in the store, and it's a good idea. The problem is you have so many employees out there that just aren't trained on that stuff to check for fakes and stuff, and fakes are getting in all the time. And then supposedly these games go to what's considered a warehouse where they check and make sure these games are appropriately tested, that they're the correct game, that there's nothing faked, and then they're shipped out to stores to sell, or they're actually shipped to the website to be put in a pool, so there's a bigger pool of games for people to choose from. So obviously I'm a huge Castlevania fan, as you guys know on this channel, and this was 2 years ago. The opportunity rose up for me to purchase Dracula X for the Super Nintendo. It's one of the few Castlevania games I personally don't own and would love to own for my collection. It's one of the rarer ones. I have a boxed copy of Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis that was given to me as a gift a couple years ago, but I don't have a physical copy of Dracula X. It's kind of one of the few Castlevania games I don't own that I would like to own. So I ordered this game. It took a couple days to ship and come, and when it arrived, to my surprise, it was not real. It was a fake. The cartridge wasn't sealed all the way, so it was kind of popped open, and what somebody did was they slapped on a fake repro sticker of Dracula X over the game Super Action Football for Super Nintendo, and that's what the game was. And being that I'm a employee at this time, not just a customer, obviously I returned it, got my money back, that's whatever, but like, where at your warehouse, how are people checking these games? This had to have made it from a employee's hand at a store, so they had to check it, make sure it was real. Obviously it wasn't, and they didn't do their job. It was then shipped to this warehouse where people are paid to do this for a living, and they failed to do their job there, and it was shipped out to the online place in which I purchased it. So at least it changed hands a couple times, and both times it was to be checked for if it's real or fake, and it was not done. So that's why I don't like Gamestop.com. Now, sometimes you can find good deals, but a lot of times there are just bad deals on there. And a lot of times you'll purchase something, they just don't come with cases, or they send the wrong things. Another reason why Gamestop.com is a bad thing is last year they decided to roll out a program in which instead of having everybody get everything from a giant warehouse, now every single store is considered a warehouse. So you have employees fulfilling orders from their own personal stores, and that's called ship from store. The problem with this is the employee who has a line of 10 people and now has to do an active ship to store order for an online order, they're not going to check with the same accuracy as someone who works in an actual warehouse, and that's their sole job. That's another reason why Gamestop.com has been failing. It's cool that they're offering free shipping for it, but if you look at that compared to Amazon, you should just pick Amazon. So I just wanted to make a quick video talking about this Elite Pro thing before it kind of gets out there in the wild. And you know, if you're an active shopper at GameStop, you go out and you know they start pitching you this new card, and you're like, hold up, I don't know what that is. Now you have kind of the facts. So basically, it saves you 20% instead of an extra 10% on pre-owned. And it gives you free shipping from GameStop.com, and it gives you triple points instead of double points. So for $30 a year instead of $15 a year, not much incentive to buy it. And once again, they missed the mark on the new game releases. I understand why, because they literally can't afford to mark new games down cheaper than they already do, but still, you're competing with two juggernauts that are crushing you, and their holiday is going to be bad this year. I've already predicted it. So anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you guys think about this? Are you still a GameStop, you know, shopper? Do you like GameStop? Do you hate GameStop? Whatever. I'm not going to turn this channel into a GameStop hating, you know, channel or anything like that. That's not my intent. But I happened to see this story and thought, I need to jump on this. This is important, and people need to understand what this is. So anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. And as always, until next time.